What's up, y'all? Jansen Harris here with the final play on the Just Good Network. Also, the Flying High podcast as well, specifically talking about the Falcons. I want to pick all the games today. Who I think is going to win. First of all, just want to say this: sponsored by Your Future Media and also the Level One Game Room. Want to give them a shout out. Baltimore, Miami. Baltimore losing to Miami. That was a terrible loss. Terrible loss. You got a team in Miami that was struggling, wasn't going anywhere. What I seen throughout the game, and I'll give them credit, you saw the defense step up, them get to Lamar Jackson, contain. Thought Phillips played well. Howard, you saw the big play that he made, stripping the ball, picking it up, scoring. They made a lot of plays. Disappointed in Hollywood Brown, disappointed overall with Lamar Jackson and that Baltimore offense. Let's start some of the game picks. Buffalo against the Jets. Mike White, I think it's the right choice. Him starting, I think he'll give the Jets a spark, but no way in hell they win that game. So I got the Bills winning that one. Tampa Bay against Washington. Tampa Bay coming off the bye week. I think they blow out Washington. I don't think that game is close. New Orleans, Tennessee. I'm kind of interested in this one. I think it's a low scoring game, but the Titans win that. New Orleans, they showed me last week they don't have a quarterback. I'm sorry. They don't have a quarterback. I think they continue to struggle. So give me the Titans in that game, low scoring game. Jacksonville, Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis will win that game. I like them at home. Jacksonville will make it close. However, they're not going to win the game. Guys, my last pick is I'm going to pick the Falcons game last. Detroit against Pittsburgh. That speaks for itself. Pittsburgh winning their fifth straight game. I think they'll run the football well. I think Big Ben's out. Even without Big Ben, they win this game. Detroit, they're a complete mess. It's just, I don't know what they're doing over there, but they're not going to win the game. Quickly, Chargers and Vikings. I think this is going to be a pretty good game. This is one of the games that I'm going to be watching a little bit later. By a field goal, I have the Chargers winning it. So I'm picking the Chargers in that one. Philly versus Denver. I think that Denver, the momentum that they had last week, Melvin Gordon will run the football well. I think steady Teddy will lead them to victory. The secondary will play well. I'm picking the Denver Broncos over the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are just, to me, they have so many issues. I don't think it's just Jalen Hurts, but sometimes it's Hurts, sometimes the offensive line, sometimes the defense. This team at times is kind of a mess. Seattle versus Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers returning. So is Russell Wilson. I think that Aaron Rodgers will have a bigger impact than Russell Wilson. I think you're going to see a little bit of Russ out of Russ. And I think that Aaron Rodgers will play well. He showed his value last week not being in the lineup. They really missed him. They got no quarterback play, but the defense played well. And I think the defense will play well today. I think they'll win 28-14 over the Seattle Seahawks. NBC tonight, you have Kansas City against Las Vegas. I'm picking the Las Vegas Rams. I think Derek Carr will outplay Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is still struggling. This offense is still struggling. The defense recently has looked good. I'll give you that. The defense has looked good recently, but I think today the name of the game is going to be the fourth quarter. Derek Carr, 2 touchdown passes in the fourth quarter, 28-21. Monday Night Football, the Rams, 49ers. This is an NFC West battle. I do think this game will be close. I think Odell Beckham Jr. will see a lot of targets early from Matthew Stafford. Cooper Kupp will continue to do what the heck he's been doing, and he's not getting enough credit for dominating the league. He'll catch a touchdown pass. I think it's tight, but I do like Stafford and this offense. And I like what Von Miller is going to bring to the table. And this defense, I can't wait to see how they incorporate him into this defense. Look, last week, the Rams, they could play better. This is a team that could play better. This is a team that some people think should still be undefeated. So we'll see what they could do, but I don't see them losing to the Niners. I could see them maybe the first quarter, second quarter being down a little bit, but I just don't see them losing that game. Now to the Falcons versus the Cowboys. One of the key matches I'm looking forward to is seeing how the cornerbacks play. Diggs for the Cowboys and for the Falcons, seeing how well that AJ Terrell plays. I think AJ Terrell will play better than I think AJ Terrell will play better than Trevon Diggs. I think there's a possibility Trevon Diggs could have an interception. I wouldn't be surprised by that. But at the same time, I do think that Diggs, he does get beat deep. He gets beat for big plays. Yes, he leads the league with 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and that's impressive. But he's also a guy who gets beat deep on some plays. So I would not be shocked if that happens today. Now, Matt Ryan, how will he fare against this Cowboys defense? I think he'll throw for a bunch of yards. I see him throwing at least 2 touchdown passes. This is probably a game where he needs to throw, excuse me, 3 or 4 touchdown passes if the Falcons are going to win the game. Oh, excuse me again. I need some water here. But looking at it, I see the Falcons playing tough, but I can't see the Cowboys losing this game at home. I have the Cowboys 35-21 over the Falcons. I think Dak Prescott, he bounces back. I think Dak Prescott, I just can't see the Cowboys losing this game. But if you are a Falcons fan, and if you think the Falcons, how good is this team? This game is going to gauge how good this Falcons team is. Matt Ryan must play well. The offensive line must play well. Another player that I'm looking at to play well with their starting left tackle being out for the Cowboys is Dante Fowler Jr. He's back. Dante Fowler Jr. must have a great game if the Falcons are going to win. AJ Terrell must continue to do what he has to do in this secondary and lead that group and continue to be a leader. The Falcons need to get pressure overall. Grady Jarrett, they got to get pressure on Dak Prescott if they want to win this game. Easier said than done. They're going to have to stop the run. The Falcons have had problems stopping the run. So don't be surprised if you see Zeke Elliott have a pretty good game. Don't be surprised if you see even Dak. He's not known for scrambling and running around the pocket, but don't be surprised if Dak gets some yards on the ground. I think that's what's going to lead the Cowboys is that running game is going to do it for the Cowboys today. And Dak Prescott, remember that big contract. I like talking about his money a lot. Dak Prescott needs to deliver. He needs to say, okay, last week, that's on me. The team, it was a stinker, but the Cowboys can't afford to lose this game. The Falcons, if they're thinking about the playoffs, they can't afford to lose this game. However, I see the Cowboys winning by at least 2 touchdowns, 35-21. Those are some of my keys to victory. If you are a Falcons fan, I'll go over 3 keys to victory. Offensive line must play well. Matt Ryan needs to be lights out. No turnovers today. And number 3, that defense has to stop the run. Make the Cowboys one-dimensional. Those are the 3 keys to me. It's going to be how the offensive line plays, let me mix it up. How the offensive line of Matt Ryan plays, pressure on the quarterback, and stopping the run. If they could do that, then this game would be closer than I think. If you're the Cowboys, you need to establish the run. You need to run all over early and often. Use both of your backs. Run all over this Falcons team. Number 2, Dak Prescott. How will you rebound from what happened last week? You got to find your receivers. You got to hit your targets. You can't be throwing the ball away. You can't be throwing the ball in double coverage. Dak Prescott must look good today. And number 3, the Dallas secondary. They give up a lot of big plays. Are you going to get that turnover? Trevon Diggs, are you going to give up that deep play? They have to contain this Falcons offense because the one thing the Falcons offense that we know is going to happen is Kyle Pitts. You need to double cover him or keep a safety deep, whatever you guys have to do, or zone it towards him. They're going to have to be able to stop him, Kyle Pitts. And if you let Kyle Pitts start getting momentum early and you see him getting those touches early, it could be a long day because he has that potential. Even the games he doesn't put up big numbers. We saw the Falcons last week try to go to Kyle Pitts early, drop the ball, but he was open. So good luck trying to cover him one-on-one. Don't put a linebacker on him. That wouldn't be smart. I need a linebacker and a safety, but we'll see. That they have to, Dan Quinn is going to have to be creative how he's going to stop Kyle Pitts. But I do have the Cowboys winning. I'm Jansen Harris here with the final play on the Just Good Network. Like, comment, subscribe. This is on YouTube right now, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Holla at me. I just gave you guys my game picks. Just gave you the keys to victory. Let's see how these games go. I'm Jansen Harris with the Just Good Network.